Good morning, good morning, good morning. What an awesome morning it is. What an awesome morning it is. This is a Thursday morning. Yes, it's a little bit earlier than y'all used to me coming on, but I just had to get on and just tell you just to believe in you. Believe in you. That's our topic today. Believe in you. If you don't believe in you, you don't believe in what God has for you to do. Who is going to believe in you? Who's going to believe in you? So, and that's the art of speaking life. Speaking life. You're speaking life over yourself. That means that you're believing in what you're doing. You're believing in what God has put inside of you. You have to understand, you got to believe in you. You have to believe in you. If you don't believe in you and what you possess, nobody else is going to believe in you. You have a dream, a goal, your vision. If you don't believe it's going to come to pass, guess what? Nobody else can believe that for you. Good morning, Brenda. Nobody else can believe that for you. You have to believe that for yourself. You have to believe that for yourself. Believing in you is the key to moving from where you are to where God is taking you. And all in the meantime, we're going to be focused on God. You're going to be focused on God. You're going to have some neology, some faceology, some laboring time that you just labor to God. God, I don't understand. Can you help me understand? Can you give me clarity about what I'm supposed to be doing? Can you give me clarity about what I'm supposed to be doing? Believing in you, believing in yourself. You wake up every morning, speaking over yourself, speaking life to yourself, over yourself. Wake up every morning telling yourself, I believe in me because I was destined and designed for greatness. Greatness is inside of me. I have things I can offer the world, and the world has things they can offer me. And I'm not talking about all bad things. It's some good things out here in the world. It's not the world that's bad. It's the people that's in it. The people that's in it that's allowing the devil to orchestrate their life. They're allowing the devil to tell them, well, you don't need to be going the right way. You can go to left and you can get the same result. So you telling me that I can follow you, devil, and I can get the same result as I do with God? I beg to differ. If somebody say I'm wrong, I'm sorry. That's just my belief. Everybody's entitled to their belief. That's what I believe. I believe God God will orchestrate your life. So if you allow him, if you let go, if you begin to let go and let God have his way, you will be surprised the places God will be able to take you. It doesn't matter about the no's, the negativity, the opinions, the lack of support, no funds. If you don't know how, no connections, no network, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you believe you are who God says you are, and you bring your best shot. You give it your best. The assignment God has given you, give it your best. They used to say, give me your best shot. Give God your best shot. It's not about man now. It doesn't matter if you're having an event or whatever your business is and nobody shows up. If one person shows up, that's the person that's supposed to be there. Two, how many ever? That's who's supposed to be there. The room doesn't have to be full to capacity for you to have an impact on your audience. It does not have to be full for you to have an impact on your audience. You can have an impact on your audience with one. They're ready, they're hungry, as Les Brown said. You got to be hungry for a better life. You got to be hungry for financial stability. You got to be hungry to want to be a good steward with what God has given. You got to be hungry. And in order for you to be hungry and be successful, you got to sit down and understand that God is the best teacher there is. God will show you. You have to be ready to receive what God is about to show you. So believing in you is it's the most fantastic thing you could do. I don't care where your place of employment is. I don't care where your church is. I don't care where you live. I don't care who your family is. If you believe in you and what God has put inside of you, you can run a marathon, and you may be by yourself, but guess what? That's okay. That's okay. I came in the world by myself, and guess what? I'm going to leave here by myself. So if I'm alone, it's okay, because God is going to orchestrate. He's going to send the people that are assigned to me. He's going to send the people that are assigned to you. So you have to just keep going, keep doing what God has told you to do, because he has there's something greater on the other side of the trial. There's something greater on the other side of I'm hurting. There's something greater on the other side of I'm tired. There's something greater on the there's something greater on the other side of I can't make it. There's something greater on the other side. Let me stay at my own head. There's something greater. You got to believe that God has greater prepared for you. It's not about me. I walk in mine daily. I don't care where I am. I don't care who I'm talking to. I'm going to give you the word. I'm going to tell you what thus saith the Lord. I'm going to tell you that you are great, and God is great, and he's worthy to be praised. I'm going to tell you that God has your back. I'm going to tell you God has you covered, whatever you're going through. It's not a time that I don't tell somebody it's already all right. My God brother used to tell me that when I was going through situations that came up. He said, G, it's already all right. It's already all right. So I come to tell you, whatever you're going through, it's already all right. God has it. He's orchestrating it for you. He's doing it in the background. Somebody said, God is not listening to me. He not here. Oh, yeah, he here. He there right with you. He's waiting for you to relinquish the reins and let him have it. He's waiting for you to let go and let him be God. See, because I can't be God. I have to let go and let God be God. I'm going to believe in me. If nobody else believes in what Gigi does, Gigi is going to believe in her. I told you once before, it took me a while to get here to believe in me. It took me a while to say, I love me. Because, I used to didn't like me. Why? Because I tried everything. Being an entrepreneur has what I wanted to do for years. I tried everything that I could think of that I thought would make me a couple of dollars, that I thought would increase my bank account. But everything I put my hands on, it failed miserably. Why? Because that's not what God told me to do. I thought success and Gigi didn't belong in the same sentence. And I used to compare myself to other people, my siblings. I said, we got the same parents. Ain't no step, ain't no half, ain't no nothing. We have the same parents. Why? And I'm asking God this now. Why they doing so much better than I am? I have to work 2 jobs, but do other things to make ends meet, God. He said, you are where you're supposed to be at this time. As a matter of fact, he said it through my aunt. My aunt told me that because I asked her, why, Aunt Frony, why? She said, gee, you're where you're supposed to be at this time. That was some years ago. I heard her, but I didn't hear her, if that makes sense to anybody. I heard what she said, but I didn't hear her because I wasn't there. I wasn't there. But when I started to continue to develop my relationship with God and understand that God orchestrates things, He plans things so you can grow, not to hurt you. God is not a God. He wants to hurt you. God wants to prosper us. Jeremiah 29:11 says he knows the plans he has for us, to prosper us and not harm us, so we will have an expected end. He wants us to have hope, so we will have an expected end. So why is it that we always trying to take on things ourselves, knowing that God is right there? God said, let it go. Let it go. Don't hold any malice in your heart. Psalms 66:18. If you hold anything in your heart, God will not hear you. If you hold any malice in your heart, if your heart is hardened, and you praying, God is not going to hear you, because you need to let that go that you're holding in your heart. That's the art of forgiveness. You have to learn how to forgive people. You have to learn how to let it go. Let go and let God. Whether it's relationships, marriages, forgive. We need to practice the art of forgiving. Forgiving is not for the other person, it's for you. It's to free you up so you can continue to move forward. You need to let go of all the hurt somebody did, the rejection, the pain, the mistakes you made. Stop holding stuff over your own head, because God has forgiven us. God has forgiven us. So while we holding stuff close to our heart, let that stuff go, so God can continue to build you up, so God can continue to orchestrate your steps. He's ordering your steps. Don't you go left and he pulling you right. He know what he doing. God is orchestrating our steps. He's ordering our steps on a daily basis. Get up every day believing in you. Look in the mirror and say, I love me some Gigi. Lord, what order my steps today? What am I supposed to be doing today, God? Help me be who you're calling me to be today, God. See, I do that every day. I ask me every day, who am I supposed to help today? What am I supposed to say to somebody today? God, if it's something you want me to say, give me the words. If it's not anything I need to say, make me mute, so I won't mess up the blessing that you about to bless me with. So I won't mess up my destiny, because do you know you can do something today that will throw your destiny all the way off, because you have been hard-headed, disobedient. God said don't do that, and you said, okay, I'm gonna do it my way. It's not your way, the highway. It's God's way. We have to learn to operate in God's will, not our own will. We have to operate in God's will. When we learn to operate in God's will, we'll be some happier people. When we learn to operate in God's will, we'll be some happier people. I tell you all the time to do the I am exercises. I am powerful. I am called. I am equipped. I am creative. Do the I am exercise, because what comes behind the I am, it's going to come back looking for you. It's going to start chasing after you, because you have spoken life over your life. You have spoken life over your business. You have spoken life over your ministry. I am a powerful woman of God. You have spoken life over your ministry. See, God wants us to speak life over ourselves. He wants you to speak life over your family. If your family is dysfunctional, God, please help us not to be dysfunctional. If y'all haven't talked in years, God, mend the family. Mend our families back together, God. Thank you, Lord, just for mending our families, God. No, we're not going to agree on everything. We might agree to disagree, but that's still family. God is right there with the family. He wants families to be together. I don't know why I'm going here. He wants families to be together. If you didn't agree with your sister or your brother, that's fine. Agree to disagree. But don't y'all fall out and don't speak for years just because y'all not having the same mindset, the same thinking. It's okay. It's okay if you don't think the way I think. It's okay if I don't think the way you think. But guess what? We're all here trying to live our lives the way God has called us to live. We just have to accept one another, whether it's family, friend, or foe. I got to accept you for who you are. Those that try to throw me up under the bus, I pray for you, and I'm accepting you for who you are. I can't stay in your lane. I can't live for you. And I'm sure not finna die for you. So when you see me, there's a smile on my face. When you see me, I got a praise on my lips. When you see me, I got a word, a powerful, awesome word that God has given me. Whether it's say believe in yourself, whether it's to focus on God, because when you focus on God, all your dreams, visions and goals, they gonna happen. It shall come to pass. See, that's in the Bible. It shall come to pass. Shall mean it's gonna come. There's no doubt. It shall come to pass. So everything that you've been praying for, you're hoping for, you're wishing for, 2020 is your year. 2020 is your time to put the old things behind you and look at the new person God sees in you. God sees a mighty woman, man of God. And we have to train our children that they are powerful. They are creative. They are wonderful. They are smart, intelligent. Whatever positive word you want to say to your child, make sure you tell them. Make sure you tell them before they go to school today. Because we don't know what they deal with at school. So why can't we build them up before they leave and build their self-esteem up? So when somebody tells them something that doesn't feel good, it's not good, it won't really penetrate them that bad because you have already built them up before they left. Not one day. We need to do that every day because our children, there's a gap. There's a gap. They want to be children, then they want to be halfway adults. We have to build them up. Let them know that they're smart, they're intelligent, they are wonderful. They are amazing. They're going to do good in school. That test they have to take, they're going to pass. You have to instill this in them so they can begin to believe in them. Just like somebody had to help you believe in you. I can only speak for me. I didn't always believe in me. What I do now, I didn't always believe that. I didn't always believe that I was a manager that I should have been or the leader that I am today. Somebody had to help me see that. So just like somebody had to help us as an adult, and I was an adult at the time. We have to help our children. We have to help them build their self-esteem. Help them know that they're wonderful because they're wonderfully made because God made them. They are unique and wonderfully made. They're not like everybody else. So they don't have to try to be like everybody else because they are not like everybody else. God has his hands on their life. God has his hands on them. So we don't have to worry about those babies. And when I tell you that their dreams, their goals, even us, you have to believe. Teach them, show them, and teach them they have to believe in themselves. They have to believe in themselves. Get them, and they're never too early to get a journal and start telling God about it. They're never too early to do that. And the moment they can write, they can do that. I'm in my journal. I have started writing my 300 items that I want from God. The things I want from God. The life I want. I've started writing those 300. And your 300, it doesn't have to be in all one setting. Because you might have to put it down, think about it, and come back. God will put something in your heart and you'll come back and write that on your list. So write the 300. Write those things down that you desire, that you want. Whether it's the house you want, the house it is that you are desiring from God. Write it down. Write it down and give it to him. Write it down and give it to God. You don't have to share it with anybody else. You can give it to God. Y'all be blessed. I love you. I know this was earlier than I usually come on, but I just felt the need to come on this time of morning and just to give you a few nuggets. Just to give you a few nuggets. You have to believe in yourself. When you're walking in your ministry, you're walking in your business, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're a ministry worker, or you have your own ministry, you have to believe in your ministry. You have to believe in your gift. You have to believe in your gift. Because if you don't believe in your gift, nobody will believe in your gift. You got to believe in your gift. You have to believe in your gift. If you don't believe in your gift, nobody's going to believe in your gift. Y'all be blessed. I love you. Y'all have an awesome day. We'll see you later.